Hey, family, welcome in to the broadcast today of You Are Enough. And I'm your host, Prophetess Nikki. Good to be here with you. Thank all of you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for sharing them. Thank you for praying for my ministry. So grateful. I'm interceding for you. You gave love, and they gave you betrayal after betrayal after betrayal after betrayal. All you gave was love. All you gave was support. But they gave you deception after deception after deception. They gave you manipulation after manipulation after manipulation. The enemy wanted you in such a terrible emotional state. Hear me today. You got to outsmart the devil. You got to listen. You got to outsmart the kingdom of darkness. The kingdom of darkness came to destroy you and to crush your heart to the point where when God brought you in, great people, loving, honest people, you would sabotage it. You know, the devil was counting on you not being able to trust another soul in your life. You all hear me, family. Don't let the devil win. Don't let that lying spirit win. Don't let these people win over your life. This is why you attract narcissistic people, because you're still broken. You haven't gotten over that trauma. And the enemy is counting on you, family, to destroy the greatest thing that God wants to give you. The enemy has planted a seed of low self-esteem. He's planted a seed of not being able to trust. This is what he did to you. This is why he assigned certain people in your life to destroy your spirit, to break it, to crush it. This is why the enemy damaged you emotionally. People have damaged you probably psychologically, physically. Get help if you need to get help. God is going to deliver you from all this pain and all this trauma that you've had to go through with. But you gave love, and these people gave you betrayal. They didn't want you to be able to be happy without them. They know they didn't mean you well. Isn't that sad? You all think about that. The enemy didn't want you to be happy. And the enemy knew that they came in your life not to make you happy. They came in your life to do exactly what they've done, cause so much collateral damage. Because they knew, family, at some point that God was going to bless you. And you will, listen, they wanted to make sure, Lord have mercy, God deliver your people in the name of Yeshua. The enemy wanted to make sure that you were left so depleted. The enemy damaged you so bad, family, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, that he was counting on you not to trust, not to get close to anybody. See, when the devil does you like that, the reason why the enemy does it because he knows great things are going to come. That's number one. The second thing the enemy knows is, or what he's hoping on, is you going right back to him. Because the enemy will do his best to condition your mind that nobody cares about you but me, and treating you like a dog at the same time. So they love you, but they're treating you like a dog at the same time. They don't want you to think outside of them. They don't want you to be open to anybody else, because they know, family, at some point in your life, you are going to open up to someone who is healthy. And that means lights out for them. Lights out for the enemy. Hashtag it. Lights out for the enemy. God is a just God. God is going to restore what the enemy has taken. God is going to build up what the enemy has broken down, what the enemy has destroyed. God is going to rejuvenate your life. Yeah, you gave love. Don't let the devil make you believe, and don't let the enemy make you feel like you're never going to trust anybody again. No, yes, you are. But this time around, you're going to trust the right people. You're going to learn who to trust because you've been given the signs. See, God wants us to have these lessons, family, so you do not self-sabotage what he's getting ready to give you. You gave love because that's all you are. That's all you know. Don't second guess who you are. Don't question who you are. That's what the enemy wants. He wants you to question you. He wants you to question your self-worth because he only wants you to be available for him, to use, to take advantage of. You know what you get with the enemy. You know what you're going to get with narcissistic people. And the enemy and these narcissistic people are counting on you, family, to stay in this toxic cycle. Break free and get out of the cycle because you deserve better. You deserve much, much better than what people have given. You gave love and they gave you betrayal. Every time you turned around, they gave you betrayal. And you're going to question yourself, what is it about me? What's wrong with me? How can I give love? Why don't they give it back? Don't they see what I'm doing? Don't they understand the sacrifice I'm making for them? They do. Listen, they see it. People see it and they know. They know the sacrifice you made. They know it. But they just didn't come into your life to give you the same. They didn't come to add. They didn't come to build you up. They came to take. They came to deplete. And you kept building up. But you weren't building up. You were tearing you down. Every time you give out and pour into a cup that is not of God, you deplete your life. And God is going to deplete theirs from taking from you. Did you know that? They took from you. Now God is going to cause that cup to be empty. God is going to do that. Whatever you have gone through within this life, don't let it stop you from loving. Don't let it take away the beautiful person you've been created to be. Don't allow the hurt, the deception, the deceit, the manipulation, the betrayal. Don't allow these things in your life to cause you to be a person just like your enemy. Never be a person like your enemy. God gave you that heart because you belong to him. He's just going to teach you, family, that your heart can be your biggest blessing and your heart can be your biggest curse. God will teach you through things like this that don't feel good to show you and to teach you when to stop, when to give, when to put the brakes on. This was intentional. You know, when people hurt you, this is intentional. When people harm you, this is intentional. They're not testing the waters with you. The devil didn't come into your life to test the waters to see how much it would hurt you. The devil didn't care how much it hurt you. You didn't care how much you gave and sacrificed for some people, didn't you? You didn't care. You gave everything you had plus some. Some of you overgave. Some of you overcompensated because you have a need to be loved. You weren't loved by somebody that you thought would love you. You weren't protected by a person that promised to protect you. They left you. They dropped you. They forsook you. This is why you stay connected to toxic things and toxic people. This is why you're afraid to get out of that permanent cycle that the enemy wants you to think you can stay in. The cycle that you're in is not permanent. The devil wants you to think it. The devil wants you to think nobody gonna love you but them. They don't love you, family. Love don't make you feel that way. Love doesn't hurt you like that. Love don't beat you down. Love builds you up. Love covers. Did you know that? Some people expose the very parts of you that they promised to hold to their heart. The secrets and those concerns that you shared out of love, sitting at a table, on a telephone, at dinner, they were going to use it against you. That's betrayal. You made so many good choices and they made so many wrong ones. But leave that up to God. Pray for your enemies because they know not what they do. They don't understand that. The enemy don't know what they're doing. They didn't know what they were doing when they betrayed you. God is going to give you such a beautiful, beautiful restoration story. I'm telling you, God is going to give you that because you've endured so much. And your heart, you just kept doing. You kept giving because you thought it was going to make a difference. See, this is where the enemy trips us up too. Because he wants you to think that the more you do for people who don't appreciate you, they will begin to appreciate you. No, they're not. They're not going to appreciate you. You devalue you as a person. When you keep being faithful to people who are disloyal to you, family, they don't respect you as a person. People are going to respect you two ways in your life. They're going to be willing to do the changes that they need to keep you in their life, or they're going to stay away from you, family. Some people made a decision when they felt like you had nothing else to offer to leave you dead. And you want somebody else in your life like that? You want this person back in your life like that? God is not going to give you that person. God will never let a person return to your life that's coming in to destroy the plan that He has for your life. Anything or anybody that's going to stop the plan of God for your life, God is not going to let that person come. God is not going to let you have that thing, whatever it is. Can God restore? He is in the restoration business. But know this: if God allows a person to return, they will be fully restored. The way they left your life, the same devilment these people were in, that same spirit of lying, deceit, cheating, manipulation, they're not going to return with it. Don't forget it. Yes, you pray, and some of you ask Prophetess Nikki, how will I know? God said you should know the tree by the fruit that it bears. When people want to return to your life, you have to pray over everything. I always pray over everything. Pray, 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 pray. I can't stress that enough. Pray, 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 and watch the fruit. And you can tell when people have left your life for years and then they suddenly return and call you out of the blue and they apologize and you accept that apology. You're not accepting why. Listen, you accept the apology, but not the behavior. People have to prove, and they have to be willing to prove that they want to be back into your life. So look at the fruit. Don't just settle for an apology. When people know you desperate, when the devil knows you desperate to have a relationship, when the devil knows you're desperate to have friendships, he'll use it against you. And when you accept the apology, some people feel as if, especially the people that hurt you, what thing is going to go right back to where we left off. It can't. You've damaged that, and you're not obligated to fix anything that you didn't break. They broke that bridge. They destroyed that bridge. They bit the hand that fed them. So let them rebuild that bridge. If people are not willing to put the work in who hurt you, family, you know the devil sent these people to you. Watch the fruit of the people. That's all you got to do. You can make your mouth say anything. It's what you say and what you do. And they're not going to get, they're not going to get an attitude with you when you require that. See, now you're setting boundaries. When people have wrong motives, when they return, after hurting you. And when you begin to set boundaries, watch how they get offended. Watch how they get an attitude with you. Watch how they start pointing the finger at you. Watch. Run. Run. You gave love and they gave you betrayal after betrayal after betrayal. You got to know when to stop. You got to know that you are the prize. You are the key. You are. You are the prize and you are the key. But what you did was possibly, and what people do, they make that other person the prize. They make the other person the key. You help fulfill that person's ego, and they live the life out of that ego with you. That's why they treated you less than, because you put them on a pedestal that they didn't belong on. When you put people on a pedestal that they don't belong on, especially those are narcissistic and that mistreat your family, they're going to look down at you. And you're like, wait, I was the one that helped you. I was the one that sacrificed. They know that, but it didn't mean anything to them because you didn't mean anything to them at all. When people mean something to you, everything you do for them, they're going to be appreciative and they're going to be grateful. But God going to restore you, and God going to give you double for your former shame. He is. Trust God and learn the lesson so you don't repeat your history, so you don't repeat these repetitive cycles of trauma and toxicity. Sometimes you think you love people. You don't love them. You love the pain. You are addicted to toxicity. Get the help that you need. I don't care how you got to get it. If you got to talk to somebody, but listen, you talk to God first and let God heal you. God is in the healing business. God will heal your heart. You'll go to bed broken in your spirit and in your heart, and God will let you wake up the next day healed in your heart, in your emotions, and in your spirit. You're going to make it, and you're going to rise above this because you were built for everything that has challenged you. I love all of you. Talk later. Bye-bye.